Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Gray Jabesi here, and this is another episode of the Gray F podcast. And today we have a different version of the podcast. Usually I do long form interviews, uncut, uncensored, to make sure that we get needs and bits, something like that. Yeah, but basically I do long form to make sure we get each and every gem that I find in these interviews. But today is different. I did a podcast with Meir Ezra, like you guys already know. You can go back and check it out. A lot of knowledge and wisdom in there. But I did another episode with him in which I've just decided to cut it into smaller digestible nuts that you can remember. So this is the first of that series. I'm going to be I think delivering each week with one of those pieces. So I hope you're looking forward to it. And if you subscribe with your email address on my podcast website, greyjabesi.com, you will be getting them first before anyone else. So I suggest you go to my website, greyjabesi.com, and then when you sign up to the newsletter, I'll be sending you all those pieces, and I promise you we don't spam anybody. So I recommend that you do that, and remember to give us a 5-star review on iTunes podcast. Explain this concept of cause effect, because you've said it before in one of your seminars.
Yeah, so cause and effect. This universe is a two-terminal universe. Everything is composed of two. There's good and bad, husband and wife, man and woman, big and small, plus and minus. Everything is composed of two. Okay? So if everything is composed of two, you can deduce that the smallest particle in this universe will be two. One will not survive.
Right.
You cannot have an atom that built from only electrons, or only protons. You need the plus and the minus. You cannot have force without counterforce. Okay? So you can deduce that the smallest number in this universe, or the smallest particle in this universe, is 2. Okay? Which means that whatever created this universe is not composed of 2. Because that's the smallest number. Before that, there was not 2.
Right.
Yes? Which means that if you look at anything that you want to happen, to be caused, you need to put two things there. You need to create an effect. When you put things there, you are creating, and when not, you are the effect. So if I push you, I'm cause, you are the effect. If I argue with you, you are cause, I'm an effect. That's really fascinating, because if I'm telling you, look, I think blah, 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 basically I'm total effect until you don't agree with me. Because by the fact that I want to argue with you, I'm actually saying that I'm an effect. All day long, this universe makes you an effect. You want milk, you need to go and collect milk. You want coffee, you need to pick up the coffee. You drive the car, you're affected by the forces of the car. Mm-hmm. Some engineer that car, and you behave in a certain rules. So you are all day long an effect. So when you are an effect, basically this universe tells you that you cannot cause, you cannot cause, you cannot cause. In other words, you cannot be successful. Because to be successful, you need to bring about something. So what's the handling? The handling is to start putting there things. Just to decide that it's like that and it is like that. And the way that you do that is you stop trying to be right.
Okay, I'm not sure I understand you there.
Yeah, I know.
I get when you say that you have to be caused. In other words, if I'm correct, it's more like saying you have to make things happen, not let things happen to you.
That's correct.
Right.
But you will see that when I want to be right, I need your okay, so I'm actually at effect.
Okay, yeah, now
Yes?
that makes sense.
You get that? You get that? That's really fascinating.
Yeah.
So you need to stop to be right, and what you need to do, what is the definition of being right? Being right is having one viewpoint.
Mm-hmm.
I have my viewpoint, and I want you to agree with me, yes?
Yeah.
Being in control means have multiple viewpoints. So the more viewpoint you have, the more actually you put out things, because you say, yeah, that's viewpoint good. I'm cause because I agree with that viewpoint. It seems like I'm effect, but no. I'm cause. I said it's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes? So the more viewpoint you have, the more successful you'll be. So most of the people actually failing because they have one viewpoint. They think they are right. This is the way I was raised. Or I have red lines. I'm not doing that, or I'm not doing that. Or this is right and this is wrong. Nonsense. In order to be successful, you need to be able to see the viewpoint of the hunter and the goose. You need to be able to be the hunter and the duck. You need to be able to see everything. Only then will you be able to succeed. Because to succeed, you need to be willing to win and lose with the same level of enthusiasm. Which means to play for the playing, not to play for the winning.